Many a times we hear parents, especially African parents, say, I will discipline you today whenever their children misbehave. You hear them say, give me 200 frog jumps. Kneel down there, raise up your hand and carry the fridge. No, that's not discipline. Many a times we confuse discipline and punishment. And when it comes to children facing the consequences of their actions, discipline plays a very important role. It comes with greater reward than punishment. And number one is the fact that punishment is simply making a child suffer for breaking the rules, for misbehaving. Why discipline is teaching them the right way to behave, teaching them to make better choices. Number two is the fact that punishment may make children become very cunning, and especially in the cases of harsh punishments, they may end up becoming very great liars just in a bid to to avoid being punished. Of course, nobody wants to suffer, you understand. Whereas on the other hand, discipline will teach the child problem solving skills. It will teach the child to self-regulate. So whether you are there or not, the child learns to behave himself. That's why you see a lot of parents, when they call them from school and they tell them your child has done so thing, they would almost swear with their lives that it is not their child, because the child is already used to punishment and is used to just behaving himself when the parents are there. When the parents are not there, they are their usual self. Number three is that punishment most times comes with shame, and to a very large extent this has the capacity to put friction between the parent-child relationship. The children no longer feel comfortable, or they no longer have the level of trust that they should have in their parents. And of course we all know that every parent, every healthy or successful parenting is very highly dependent on a healthy child parent relationship. On the other hand, instead of shame, discipline comes with an appropriate amount of guilt, a level of guilt that is enough to make the child realize that he has done something wrong, and then they begin to self-regulate. They begin to look for the better way. They begin to look for the better way to correct themselves. That way, their self-confidence is preserved, their self-esteem is preserved, and the parent-child relationship, to a very large extent, is not disturbed. Number four, punishment is reactive, in the sense that you wait for the child to misbehave before you begin to lash out. You begin to tell the child what to do. You are not going to eat for 20 days. You are not going to go to school with the complete amount of your pocket money, and so on and so forth. On the other hand, discipline is proactive. When it comes to discipline, you don't wait for the children to misbehave. You anticipate all the things that children are able to do according to their age. That's why as a parent, it's also very good, it's also very important for us to know the developmental milestones for our children. It's also very good to know what to expect in terms of misbehavior at a certain age or at every stage in our children's life. So you are ready, you have everything set, you have set the rules, you have set the standard, you have everything set in place. So it is not when the child has misbehaved that you begin to react. You have gone ahead of the child to make sure that everything has been put in place. And then finally is the fact that punishment comes with anger. When a child does something, you are so angry, you begin to lash out. Sometimes we may do things as parents that we end up regretting. Sometimes we may end up hurting our children. I've seen a mom that she used this pipe for this plumbing pipe to flog the daughter, and she sprained the daughter's hand. I saw her massaging the hand. What happened? She said the daughter annoyed her. And when you even hear what the daughter did, it was something. In fact, it was killing an ant with a sledgehammer. It didn't warrant that amount. So she started begging the child, "Pẹ̀lẹ́, má bínú, sorry. You were the one that caused it." Punishment most times is just we pouring our anger, our frustrations on the children. On the other hand, discipline comes with empathy. It's a process. It takes a while. It's not something we become perfect at overnight. It's something we have to learn over time. It comes with empathy. You're walking the child through the process. The child has it at the back of his mind that, oh, my parents still love me. I'm the one that has misbehaved. They are more receptive. Whatever it is you are doing at that point in time, they are more receptive. They are less likely to become rebellious when your mode of giving out consequences is discipline. Children are less likely going to disobey. Children are less likely going to be rebellious, and you become a go-to person. They are not afraid. Even when it ends up that they get themselves in trouble wherever they are, they don't run away from you out of fear. They will rather run to you for help. They will rather run to you. They are not afraid to face the consequences. You become a parent that is you become a parent that they are readily comfortable to go to, and all of that. In another video, I'll be sharing some discipline strategies, the kinds of discipline that will be very helpful for us in parenting in the 21st century. Like I always say, nobody can claim monopoly of knowledge when it comes to parenting. We are all work in progress. We are all learning, but intentionality makes the difference. As a 21st century parent, it has become very important for us to continue to seek better ways to reach out to these children. It has become very important for us to seek the right way to parent our children so that they do not fall prey to the challenges and the troubles of the 21st century. I very well hope that these few tips I have shared will go a long way in shifting us forward to realizing our goals in raising responsible, successful, happy, and whole children. Thank you.